Did I tell you about the time I went blind? Literally blind. This happened around August last year. I woke up and there was a sharp pain in my right eye. Now this pain is unlike anything you've ever experienced. It's not an external pain. It's a pain that caused me to spasm every second. So on a scale of 1 to 10, this pain was at 100. I went to the eye doctor the next day, and very quickly within the time I got the pain, and in 72 hours I was completely blind from my right eye. The doctors have found that it was a scratch. Not sure what the cause of the scratch was. The scratch then became infected by bacteria, and then it led to infection that covered my eye, causing blindness. And I can't tell you how scary the time was, because in all my life I have never been warded in the hospital before. I have had poorly health growing up. I've seen a lot of doctors. I actually see doctors once every month when I was growing up. That was how sick I was. But I have never been admitted to hospital before. This was my first time. And it's very scary because even the doctors are not sure what was causing it at the start. In order for them to identify what bacteria or virus is causing the attack, the lab results need to take 5 days. And by the time, it is really too late. So it was critical that the first, second and third doctor from the onset, they would have started treating me with the right medicine. Now, if they had in fact given me the wrong medicine, then it is not reversible. In the eye ward, I hear about the same stories and how people just became blind. And they had to have their entire cornea transplanted, which means the corneal transplant has to come from somebody that is alive. So that's a gory story I don't want to get into. I am really thankful that I slowly got my eyesight back. It was a very scary process, a very long recovery process as well, and extremely painful. So one of the specialists told me the pain that I felt was actually worse than a woman giving birth. Not sure how that helped, but the doctor told me that. I was warded for a long period of time. I could not look at any source of light because it just caused so much pain. So for 10 to 12 days I was in the hospital. I was lying down, I was in pain, I can't open my eyes, I can't actually walk about, I can't read books, I can't play with my phone, I can't do anything that requires my eyes being open. Basically that means I just lie down in bed or I sit up in bed. And it was so bad that I had to turn off the lights in the ward. I had to close the curtains. And because it was a bacterial infection, I wasn't even in a normal ward. I had to be double isolated. The nurses would come in 2 times every hour to poke eye drops into my eyes, twice every hour. And it was very difficult. Being in the hospital, they had their own regime. So by 5 a.m. I had to be awake. There was roll call going on. Every 5:30 they would test my eyesight every day. And it was very depressing at the start where I could not see anything. You know, the doctor will pass her hand through my face, through my eye, and I could only see like a light shadow. I could not see her hand. That 10 days in the hospital was a good wake-up call, I suppose. I think God had to make me lose my physical eyesight so that I gain my other eyesight. It was in the hospital that I realized once again that life is really short. And at that point I was wavering, just before the hospital event, right? I was wavering on what to do, you know. I have a great idea what I know I have to do in life, But then there's this, this nagging and this doubt saying, yeah, are you sure you want to do that? Maybe, why don't we do this instead? But being at the hospital and the entire few months of recovery and literally getting my eyesight back was a big game changer for me. And I'm reminded once again that life is really short. And it's nothing to do with how old I am or how old you are, but life is really short. And if you feel strongly about a calling that's put into your life, then I would encourage you right now to take it up. Don't wait until accidents happen. Don't wait until life gets in the way to give you a reality check, because the reality check will be very painful. I have gone through loss after loss, grief after grief, and literally losing my eyesight for me to be here to start filming this video to you. And I won't ever want you to go through the same thing. So that is my story about loss of eyesight and regain 2 eyesight. And I am very thankful to God that He's restored maybe about 95% of my eyesight. And yeah, and if you're asking why, the cause of all this was contact lens. So if you're a contact lens wearer, I don't mean to terrify you, but all the specialists in the eye hospital, none of them wear contact lens. They all just stick to the good old spectacles. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to share today. And I feel that my story today can encourage somebody to step out, to lose the fears, to walk on water, and not wait until the storm comes. There's never a good time, there's never a perfect time to start doing something. The only perfect time you have is right now. Since you're watching this, you're alive, you're breathing, take the step to make the change that you need today.